Hi, it's Shana Thigpen with Shine Yoga. One of my favorite standing poses is pyramid. And I think I like it because I love stretching hamstrings. They're always so tight, and I love standing poses. You can do this with a chair. Just have the chair in front of you. If you could imagine, the chair is in front of me. And all my Silver Sneaker students, they know how to do this from a chair, but maybe they haven't done it in a while. So grab your chair or your counter and take, let's say, this is side one. Take side one leg back. You want the toes of that foot to be turned out slightly, and you want to make sure that your arch stays lifted on that foot. So the toes are turned out, maybe pointing towards the corner of your mat if you're using a yoga mat. Your opposite leg is towards the opposite side of the mat, side two, so that your hips are parallel. You're not on a tightrope, right? You don't have the front leg directly in front of the back leg. It's over to the side, and that way your hips, as I mentioned, can be parallel. Here's the key to this pose. You do not bend the front knee. I think a lot of times we want to feel as though we're being more successful when we hinge, and that's just folding at the hip, and go deeper, go further. And in order to do that, we bend the knee. No bending of the knee. Keep the spine lengthened, your heart coming towards me. Your hands can rest on that front leg, but now your toes are forward on that leg, arch is lifted. Hands can rest, but you're not putting your upper body weight in that leg. Inhaling, exhaling, you might just come forward a little big, particularly if you keep your shoulder blades going back and your heart towards me. You're not rounding and curving through your thoracic spine, your mid-back. You're lengthening. Both legs are straight, you come over that leg. Inhaling, exhaling. Good, try and inhale slowly, thinking about the tightness. And as you exhale, try and release. And remember, you want to feel slight pulling, slight tension. You could be holding your chair right here. You do not want to feel pain. Bend the knee, the front knee, to come out of it. Actually, this is the position of a warrior one. Arches lifted in the feet. You could bring your arms up, bring your back leg forward, and we'll do the other side. Hips parallel. When you step back with your opposite leg, imagine there is a vertical line on your mat. Side 2 foot is now back, toes pointing toward the top corner of the mat, so they're not pointing out toward the wall. They're not out that far. You're not rotating the hip out, just a little bit, right? The hip is still forward. And our positioning right now is warrior one, but you straighten the front leg, you lengthen, hinge, 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 sending the hips back, feeling the lengthening occur in the back of the leg, and breathing. Hips and shoulders are parallel. A lot of times it's the forward leg. You send that hip back slightly, make a little adjustment, and the opposite hip of the leg that's back comes forward slightly. That will adjust your hips properly. It is an intense stretch, my friends. If you have tight hamstrings, I'm telling you, you might be up a lot higher, and it's okay. Why? Because it's all good. There's no judgment. Yay, I'm so glad some of you said it. It's all good. Say it again. There's no judgment. It is what it is. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You just start where you are, right? And breathe. So good. I love stretching hamstrings. Bend the knee and bring your back leg in. We're going to do the first side again, but I want to change my positioning, let's face this way. So the first leg, darn it, I forget which leg I went back first on. It doesn't matter, okay? Do both sides again, okay? One leg back, toes turned out, legs straight, heart lifted, hips parallel. You're lengthening. This may be as far as you go. If you're going further forward, the further you go forward, the further you push your hips back. Inhale, exhale. Then if you can, make sure you're not in a tightrope, because this will challenge your balance perhaps as well. And your toes are relaxed, you're on the ball and heel of the feet, your arches are lifted. You can bring your hands behind you, interlace the fingers. If you have more flexibility, perhaps you're going deeper into the stretch. This is a pretty deep stretch. Slight pulling, slight tension, that's what you want to feel. Maybe your arms lift. Inhale, exhale. Lengthening. Even if you are really flexible, you continue to focus on lengthening through the back of the leg and lengthening your spine. You don't force anything. Don't force your shoulders. You don't force the legs. You do what is right for you. Pick up your back heel. Place your, I'm just adding, right? Because we like to do a flow. Bring your weight onto the front leg. And place that foot down. Good. And we'll do one more. Maybe I'll face the opposite way. Step back. One leg, the leg that's back is to one side of the mat, other leg to the opposite side of the mat. Straighten both legs, hips parallel. So the hip of that back leg comes forward slightly, hip of the front leg goes back slightly, come forward. This time I'm interlacing my fingers with the opposite thumb on top. It will not feel as natural to interlace the fingers in a way that you're not used to. You usually do it like the same way every single time. So do it the opposite thumb on top. And breathing, inhaling, exhaling, maybe you lift the arms, maybe not. Maybe you're hinging forward a lot. Maybe you're more upright. And it's how you determine how far you go is you listen to your body. Slight pulling, slight tension, stay there and breathe. Bend the front knee, pick up the back heel. Maybe your hands are interlaced, maybe you've got them on your hips, maybe they come forward, maybe you're holding your chair, bring your back leg forward, maybe the toe touches, maybe the foot is lifted. So you do what's right for you. Most important is that you do it safely. You're only doing what's right for you, and you have to have the permission of your healthcare provider before doing this or any other activity. Pyramid. Working the core because you're lengthening through your spine. Definitely deep stretch through your hamstring. Works on balance as well. Helps you to focus on breathing. We combine that with an opening through the chest by bringing our hands behind us, contracting the shoulder blades together, which strengthens the upper back. I'm Shannon Thigpen. Start where you are. Do what you can. You do have greatness inside of you, and I believe in you. Namaste.